Hello, welcome to this video. Thank you so much for tuning in, sharing in this now moment with myself and with one another. If you haven't seen these videos before, welcome back. If you have, my intention is unity and oneness. I'm just trying to go into a little bit of flow and traveling. So I like to tune in and see what comes through in these different uh, regions of the earth. So let's just see what the guides have to share today and see if we can pull anything through that might be helpful for the collective or helpful for anyone listening. As I drop in, what I'm seeing is like, like this, like, which file should we go into and pull from right now? So we'll see what that was all about. So many of us are in a place of the storm, we might call it. Some of us are feeling, many of us are feeling the storm, no matter what placement we are in. If you visualize the ocean, and let's say there's a massive storm that's causing the ocean to swirl, we'll say. The only places that it would not be felt in that region of the ocean would be deep, 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 deep below the swirling motion of the ocean, or potentially high above the ocean. But the region all around it will be stirred up. And many are feeling this ripple effect, we could say, from what is being stirred up in I'm seeing like the fact that we are intertwined. And I keep seeing these bubbles within bubbles within bubbles. And within those subsets, we're going to feel um, potentially part of what's happening beyond the subset that we're in. Like, when you have that phone call, I was just thinking about you. You and your friend might be were in completely different bubbles, in completely different realities. But at that moment, I was going to say moment of quantum entanglement, but everything's quantumly entangled. But at that moment of realization, we feel the pull. We're feeling like, I wonder why I'm thinking about this person. And I'm just seeing this enmeshed reality that many of us are feeling a lot of stuff right now. So I'm being shown a lot of stuff. Um, we invite you to harness yourself, harness your own wave as you feel the ripple effect of all of the other waves on the ocean. We invite you to hang on and ride it out, see it through from one point of view. Allow yourself to look around, yet stay focused at the same time. We invite you to, I'm being shown a longboarder, a wave rider, holding on with the rope. Like, I'm going to hang on to this. I'm going to ride it all the way until the wave ends. I'm aware of what's going on around me. I'm seeing what's happening around me, but I'm not going to lose my balance. So I'm literally seeing, whereas some people might just not have a rope, what's it called? A leash to hang on to. They're showing me, like, hang on to it. This is the time. There are many different reflections being offered to us right now. The ability to see the calm in the storm, the ability to see the storm be the storm, the ability to feel and see the cause and effect of the storm, feeling the ripple effect of the storm, not realizing what the storm represents. And we could go on and on and on, and using this analogy of the wave or the ocean or the storm. But there are many who will see, I'm hearing different things, and this is an example. I'm hearing the rhyme, I'm seeing the vision, I'm hearing the words. I'm feeling we could go with this and we could go with that. And I'm being called to use this as an example to pull this through. So many will feel the propensity or ability to see with clarity and get unstuck, to see the unstruck vision, the view, the perspective that allows for a higher perspective, that allows us to drop into the barrel, if you will, that allows us to see what's coming through the pipeline, that allows us to feel the push and the pull all at the same time. The ability for us to feel the sequential moving and mapping in real time, the ability to be present and feel the presence of that which is beyond time, the ability to feel into the flow of the now. And as we allow ourselves to feel into this flow, it allows us to sense a deeper divergence, if you will, a deeper resurrection. And this is all a play on words, a deeper convergence, a deeper flow and resonance and the harmony of the intuitive mapping system that the human has been gifted and gilded with, one might say, feeling the energy and the fluidity of that which is about to break, and yet feeling the wholeness and completion, the unbroken wave and fluidity to move into the next and the next and the next in this now moment. I'm being shown the wave that never ends, but that it might change style, that we might change how we ride it. It might become a bigger barrel. It might go longer. It might start to get mushy. And we're kind of feeling into that. And I'm just being shown recognizing when it's time to move on, yet recognize that it's really never ending. It's infinite. So there's a big play on words with this. What I just shared with you is a way for me to drop into a particular flow. Now I've jumped off of that flow and I'm going into a different flow, which is more of an interactive experience where I ask questions and I visualize and I play with the images that are coming into my mind rather than just them allowing them to flow. But I'm going to go back into that flow state of just channeling. And as you allow yourself to flow into this type of state, into this type of experience that we are offering now, that we are offering you the ability to feel into, this particular energetic exchange with the frequencies that are all around, that are abound, that we are not bound to, yet we are always feeling the inbound, the connection with. For we are being invited to see with more clarity. We are invited to feel into the adaptability that each of us is accessing at every potential moment, at every given moment, the ability to access and see the potentials at any given moment. For we are stringing together these potentials in this reality in this momentous time of our choosing. All play on words. What I'm being shown is we are choosing to be here now. We are choosing to operate within this particular way of existence. Sukuaha e shinakai. So I'm going to share a little light language. Pukuaha e shiniki. Me kuaha nenekish e kinehe. Me kunehe. Biwa a shiniki kai et itishi kuahana. Just as we are adapting to these words and we are sharing this energetic adaptation of language and linguistic vocabulary, or the display of a frequency of communication that allows for a feeling or an exchange of energy and verbiage, if you will. We are all and each and every one of us adapting to this new frequency that is building, we could say. And we are each and every one of us changing the way in which we build together, the way in which we build together. Oh, play on words. The way in which we adapt together, the way in which we adapt to what we are building together, and so on and so forth. We share in this way for this particular exchange of the channeler and channeled, the information and the medium in which the information is exchanged and shared through, the input and the output. There are many different ways that each and every one of you, so to speak, are collaborating in this way. For each and every time you each individually drop into your own wave, you are exchanging with the energy you are riding, the wave, the shape, the height, the thickness, the viscosity, the smoothness or the bumpy ride, the vessel in which you are riding. I'm being shown a longboard, a shortboard, a boogie board. Nekuaha shiki neke. And this is the beauty of the exchange. This is the uh, ability to feel into the frequency and exchange with it in in such a way that it allows you to play. It allows you to play with the exchange. It allows you to be the current that you are exchanging with, yet also the observer riding the current, to be the written and the writer, if you will, to be the ridden and the rider. And so we are constantly communicating in this way, each and every one of us with our own environment, through our own way of exchanging. I'm being shown, like, I'm doing it through listening, feeling, seeing words, hearing words. You're doing it too in your own way. This is where ideas come from. This is where the new world and the new range of motion is uh, accepted, held, created, played with, advanced. I'm hearing the word, this is a play on words, but when something is free, but I'm hearing the word inebriated, and this is the play on words. I'm seeing the honey and the nectar. I'm seeing soma, somatic, so much, soma, the waves. Yeah, shiniki. We invite you when you are flowing in this particular way, that you open, that you allow yourselves to play, to write, to dance, to hum, sing, to feel into the vibrant encoding. I burp when I do this sometimes. Therefore, you feel into the code that is not only being accessed, that is being, being shown so much. Being shown that what's in the brain, the code that's written on the walls of the subway walks. What song is that? Simon Garfunkel, Paul Simon. But I'm being shown not to play on words, like the code inside of us. So it's it's like we're unfolding, and each fold holds um, newness, a new frequency, a new way to exchange with the frequency, a new way to organize our blueprints, a new way to read our blueprints, new blueprints. And I feel like we're in a portal right now of really intense periods of self reflection, introspection, yet at the same time, we're being pushed and pulled forward. So, what I'm being shown is we're riding this wave, and simultaneously, it's happening in a different way than how we're used to interacting with it. So it can feel really awesome, yet really overwhelming at the same time. For me personally, I want to move and dance and flow, yet because of some of the things I've gone through recently, I can't. I'm being called to just sit. So I'm being called to ride the longboard. I might just have to boogie board for a while, even though I want to ride that short board in and out fast, 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 and do all the tricks. I'm being called for me right now. That's not how I'm going to ride it right now. So, how can I adjust accordingly? Or am I going to fight the flow and then fall in and get, um, what's it called when you get in the undertow, lost in the current, stuck in the reef? It can happen, but we have help. I'm being shown lots of surfing references. We have help. We have people that we can call on, guides that we can call on to help pull us out, to help bring us to a different place in the ocean. Don't be afraid to ask. Don't be afraid to inquire. And don't be afraid to get back up again and try it again when it feels like it's the right time. Not necessarily because we are, it's tricky, right? Pushing ourselves, but not overdoing it. Trying out a different board, tool, exercise program, taking a chance, but not overcomplicating it so much that we're just in this, it's like I'm just being shown roller skates for the first time. Like they're new roller skates. Even if we've roller skated before, we still have to get used to them a little bit. It's just a lot, you guys. So I'm just being called to invite everybody to feel everything, to feel validated in what you're feeling, to feel uncoordinated as you learn these new coordinates, to feel playful while you feel into these new tools, whether it be a new, whatever it is we're learning. Even, okay, I'm being called to play with that, interacting with each other, growing in relationships, growing or moving on from friendships, new job opportunities within an old job, letting go of the need to, again, I'm hearing rigidity is not going to be the answer to adaptability. Fluidity is the key. Fluidity is the only key. And if we can continue to flow in this state of emergence, observance, interaction, retraction, expansion, contraction, reservation, observation, relevation. I'm just playing with all these words. It's all happening now. And this allows us this opportunity to, what I'm hearing is, grow exponentially. And this is interlaced with the old. It's also fully embraced in the new. So it is a little bit of that, right? I'm sure you guys are feeling it in your own way. That's where I'm at right now, you guys. I'm going to end on that note, that play on words. I'm just being shown we're all going through this reshuffling right now. We're all going through a little bit of distortion, uh, disruption, distortion. But what I'm being shown is that those distortions that we're feeling, it's not distortion. We're being shown the distortions within ourselves, within how we view the world, within what's been created in the past. And what I'm hearing is we're disrupting these distortions so that we can adapt to the new possibilities and potentials that were unable to be seen through a distorted lens, concept, viewpoint, or perspective in the old reality. So we're seeing the distortions so we don't take them with us, so that we can recognize that isn't really who I am anymore. That isn't really how I view reality anymore. This isn't really where I'm moving towards. Because a distortion, I'm being called to play with that. It's where we're not really seeing things for what they are, but we're starting to, whether that be about ourselves or about a partner, about our bodies, about reality. So we can see them, feel them, and let them go. As soon as we have that aha, all of a sudden it opens into a field of new observation. It opens, I'm being shown um, like all these panels. It's like, okay, I'm being shown a game like, what's the game where they show you what's behind door number 2? Show us what's behind door number 3. So we have all these doors that we don't know what's on the other side. And in some cases, we didn't even know the doors were there. I've talked about this before. But I'm being shown as we let go and we don't have to hang on to this is who I am. I am a klutz. I am not very smart. I am the smartest person in the world. I mean, we could go both ends, right? And recognizing, well, both of those are our ego. We start to go, well, I might not be the smartest person in the world, but I am really intelligent in this one area. Boom, that area opens up even more. Or we're shown places that we could grow in. Or letting go of, I'm not very smart and saying, well, I don't feel like I'm very intelligent, but I do feel like I'm really good at this. It's almost like we need to be real about those things right now, not have these blanket terms to identify. I'm hearing to keep us locked in distorted identity patterns. This has been coming up a lot in session for me as well. And I'll have to maybe dive into that a little deeper. This is what expands our views. This was what gives us an opportunity to look farther out beyond the horizon, which allows us to see the future. And I'm being shown some people behind the video game, or not the video game, like they get, do you ever see those games where, they want, it's like a new car. Like you have this new car behind door number 3, and people are like, well, I don't want that. It's almost like we don't have to hang on to even those old door prizes, is what I'm being shown. It's so much bigger than that. We're so much bigger than that. It's like it's an old game show. We're starting to see what's behind the doors of the old game show, but we're starting to realize that we don't even want those prizes anymore. They don't entice us as much. We don't feel as excited by them. We don't feel as bound to the same rules. I'm just being shown this smorgasbord that we're starting to go, well, what if I looked over here? What if I tried that out? While still being the observer, while still kind of balancing it out. Um, I'm hearing the word wet behind the ears. We might feel a little wet behind the ears, a little bit like new. But at the same time, because we're starting to acknowledge some of the things that we've been avoiding, ignoring, denying, lying about. I've worked with some such beautiful people, you guys, that are so smart, or they're so good at something, and they'll say something like, I'm not very good at this, or I'm not very smart. And vice versa. I've worked with some people that are, they just think they're the best at everything. And it's so fascinating to see the layers of these beautiful humans and to recognize the limitations we put on ourselves. So I'm going to end on that note. In love and light, you guys. Hopefully, someone found this helpful and fun. Playing with the guides. Namaste.